Did you ever wake up in the morning with tension in your neck and shoulders, or maybe even a headache? Now, sometimes even at the end of the day, you may have this extra tension in your neck and shoulders. You're not sure what to do to promote relaxation and be able to let it go. Well, neck tension can be caused by a variety of factors. And my name is Dr. Dawn Andalone. I'm a physical therapist that works a lot with women with neck pain. And I'm going to teach you today some ways to promote relaxation, ease that neck tension and pain so you can go on with your day and not get a tension headache, because that's not going to make you very productive. Now, neck tension can be caused by a variety of factors. Maybe that's poor posture, the way you're sleeping, or even when you're stressed out, you're guarding and holding on to a lot of those muscles there. Well, to take a look at what your neck tension might be caused by in your spine, we're going to look at this model here of your spine. And this is looking at the back where your vertebrae have those little bones that come out here. And this is from the front. So here at the base of your skull and the back of your head, you have this normal curvature of your cervical spine. Those first 7 vertebrae in your neck that are supposed to be pretty stable there, and right below your thoracic spine should have a lot of mobility, whether that's extension, rotation, and sometimes when it's locked down and pretty stiff here, then you create a lot of extra stress in the neck or that cervical region. When you're sitting a lot and over time, we can become more rigid and stiff as we age. So it can be really hard to release that neck tension. Today, I'm going to go over 4 effective ways that are going to promote relaxation, create less neck tension so you won't have this coming up as much, and what you can do when you get that extra tension, and what are your go-to exercises. So the first thing we're going to talk about is your posture, and I have a great video. After you watch this one, you can go back over and search this channel for the best ways to sit at your desk without hurting. It's going to show you how to properly sit up your chair, or even when you're sitting at your desk, what you can do to adjust your position so you don't get all that extra tension in your back or your neck. Now, just a simple little tutorial I'll show you here. If you are sitting, it's really important that we look at how your spine is stacked up on your hips. And if we look at the lower back and the pelvic area first, your spine has to line up in order to compensate for any changes you have down in this area. So your neck is going to follow what your pelvis and lower back do. And if you're sitting in more of a 90-degree position, as you can see here, my knees should be within the same plane as my hips or slightly lower. If my knees are way up here, I'm going to sit back on my tailbone. My lower back's going to be curved and arched, and therefore you can see my chin is going to jut out. And even worse, if I'm looking at a TV or a computer monitor, I'm going to go into a little bit of backward bending in my neck, and it's going to create shortening and extra tension around the muscles in your cervical spine, through your neck, and even the base of the skull, which creates those tension headaches. Now, if I'm sitting right over my sits bones, my knees are in alignment with my hips or slightly lower, my lower back is going to be in that natural curve, and maybe even a little back support here to keep you in this posture. Therefore, my spine is going to be in better alignment, and I'm going to be able to hold my shoulders and my neck in the way that can create less tension around the spine. So it's going to be more effective to let those muscles go and not create this extra tension through the neck and shoulders. So really, how you align your lower back and your pelvis is going to make a big difference when we're talking about having neck pain. So the next thing I'm going to show you is 3 great exercises for what I was talking about with your thoracic spine, that upper part of your back. And for people that spend any time sitting, or just over time when we age, that upper back, your thoracic spine, tends to get pretty stiff and tight. So we want to do exercises that are going to promote movement of your mid back and your thoracic spine so your neck can have less tension in the muscles around it. The first exercise is a pec stretch or a doorway stretch. So it looks like this. I find a door and I'm going to put my hands on the side of the door, and then I'm going to take a little step into that door, or for the purpose of this video, I'm showing an outward position here. But this is going to stretch those chest muscles, your pec muscles in the front, and create more of the stretching through the front of those shoulders, which tend to shorten those muscles the more that we round forward. And that way it can open up those muscles, promoting more of an upright posture through the shoulders and the upper back. So that is the first stretch. You can hold for about 10 to 20 seconds, repeat a few times. If it hurts your shoulders, take your arms down a little bit lower. No reason to over crank through your shoulders, but it should just feel like a good stretch through the front of your chest. And getting up to take a break through the day, if you do spend a lot of time sitting, doing this exercise in a doorway can be really effective. Now the next exercise is a upper back or thoracic rotation exercise. So if you go on your side and you place your hands like this, like Pac-Man here, and you lift the top arm, but see how my knees are stacked together? You can even squeeze a pillow with your knees. And I'm gonna rotate backward with my breathing while I keep my hips facing forward and my knees squeezed together. When I do this, I'm trying to get that top shoulder blade back to the floor to rotate my upper back. This can be very effective for getting more rotation and thoracic stretching, especially when your spine just feels a little more rigid and stiff. Then the other exercise is going to promote more extension through your thoracic spine. I think this is one of the hardest positions because we do spend a lot of time kind of hunched forward. So thoracic extension is going to get that upper back moving, not lifting your head back, but more through the chest and through that upper back. So you can line yourself up using a countertop in a kitchen, but it looks like this. I'm going to show you on the back of a chair. So I put my elbows here if they were on top of a counter, and I'm going to drop my chest. And so when I drop my chest, I'm trying to get more movement of this through my upper back, and that can feel like a pretty deep stretch. You can even start with your hands all the way out and drop your chest this way, like a cat-cow position, if it's too hard with your elbows. And you can repeat that 10 to 15 times. Use it with your breathing. It's more of a good mobility exercise. So you can pause there for a breath or two and then release and go back a few times. Okay, the other thing that is very important is using the proper pillow for you. And that's why here at Level 4 PT and Pilates, we use pillow-wise pillows. You can Google that, pillow-wise pillows, or I have the link in the descriptor underneath on how to measure yourself for a pillow-wise pillow. Because we're medical providers, we do sell those and we can drop ship them to anywhere. People call us for them, they measure themselves, send us the measurements, and then we figure out what color pillow you are. Now, they're so effective because it's really tailored toward your measurements of your shoulders and your neck. And having the proper pillow, many times people will just go try out 10 million types of pillows, they'll open their closet, and they're just not getting it right if they pick one out in the store. Well, having something custom measured to you is going to keep your neck and your shoulders in the proper alignment, especially if you have a more firm mattress or a softer mattress. It's going to ask you those questions on the questionnaire to find your perfect pillow. These pillows look like this, so they're slightly contoured, but if you're on your side, you want your head to line up with your spine. So if someone took a picture of you from behind, that they wouldn't see your head up like this. It would be right nice in alignment with your upper back and your spine. So that is one of the best ways not to wake up with neck tension and headaches. It's usually because you're using too flat of a pillow or your pillow is too high. Okay, then I want to show what you can do when you do have that extra tension. What types of neck stretches and exercises should you be doing? Well, you can try this one. It's one of my favorites. So one of my favorites for your neck is sitting in a chair. You grab the bottom of your chair, and that way it pulls the shoulder blades down, and then you tilt your head to one side so you really get a drop in that shoulder, and you can stretch your upper trap muscle that goes from the base of your spine all the way to your shoulder. And you can pause there for about 10 seconds and then good stretch to the other side too. That would be the first one. Many times people try to do like a neck roll. Not great. It's better to hold for a little bit of a stretch and cause some relaxation here. And even doing some breathing exercises where we tend to breathe a lot from our chest, and our neck and shoulders do that accessory work to breathe. Well, instead, look up my video about diaphragmatic breathing. If you're breathing from your belly and taking time out in the day to practice that 10 or 15 times, it's really going to take a lot of tension out of your neck and shoulder region. Now, what did you learn from this video? Which one are you going to try? Are these new for you? Comment below and let me know. I love teaching about neck and back pain. It's one of the biggest things that we do here to help people really live a vibrant lifestyle and feel better in their body. So if you want to learn more and you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button to our channel here, and I hope you learned something. Have a nice day, and thanks for watching.